Good morning, children. In the last class, I taught you about how to put the background for the watermark, picture background, watermark, and text watermark. I taught you about headers and footers. I'll do a recap of it so that you'll understand again. I'll share the screen with you. Okay, more features of MS Word. In this, I taught you how to do the watermark. You just go to design, select the watermark option here, and then you have text watermark. And when you go to customs watermark, when you click on this, the printed watermark option box opens. Here you have picture watermark, you have text watermark. So if you select text watermark, you can type here what you need, and if you select picture, you can do the picture watermark. So here this is a picture watermark, this is a text watermark, and here these are the options, extra options for the headers. Like here I've given you a practice time, which says Geeta wants her name, the date and time in the header, and the page number should be in the footer. Help her with the steps. Actually, I want you to do this practice exercise using your name. You put your name, the date and time in the header, and the page number in the footer. As you all know that the header and footer comes in the insert tab, and then here it says click on the insert tab, the header and footer option, click on the header and footer, click on your style, and whatever you want to add in your document, that is type the text Geeta in the headers, and add the current date, time, that is from the date and time option from the design tab. Then there is an option of go to footer. You click on this go to footer, automatically you navigate through the groups. Many options are there for that. Then you select the page number and then close headers and footers. I'll show you the like here. Here in the headers and footers, if you want to put your header and footer, I said go to the insert tab. Here's your header option. Click on the headers. I've got some information already ready here. You got many options here about what you want to put. So you can just scroll down and you'll find many other header options. It's your what you want to select. You can just select. Okay. Say so. I'll take the anything you can take your wish. So here I'll say document type of file. I put the header here. So in this, as I said, I want the name as Geeta. So you just type G E E T H A. And now you want to put it in the center, you can put, and then you have your date and time here. The date and time option box opens. And here's your date and time. So select and say OK. So you can see your date and time is here. You can shift it to the right hand side corner if you want it like this. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to go to the footer. When you go to the footer option, you have here you want to put the page number. Here's the page number. Now you select what type you want it at the bottom. So which side you want, at the bottom, left, right, whatever you want, or you want it in this way, like an Accenture bar, it will come. So let's take this and see. Yeah, can you see? It's come like this. Now, as I told you, this after you finish it, just close this thing. Now you can see the header and footer is being used, right? Once you go to the next page, what will happen? It will also come onto the next page. Can you see this page 1 and this will become page 2. See, automatically it comes on all the pages. right? Page 2, and this will become page 3. Okay, now that's it. The next thing what I'm going to teach you is your drop caps. Now there are two types of drop caps. One drop cap is within the margin and one drop cap is within the paragraph. One is in the margin and one is in the paragraph. The drop cap option comes in the insert option. Click on the insert tab. You have here the drop cap, right? In the text option, you got the drop cap. Click on this option. You have two types of drop. One is called as dropped. Can you see? It's come in the paragraph. The other is called in the margin. It's come in the margin. Let's see. So this is, I've used the first drop. It's come in a paragraph. I'll use another one here. Say I'll take for this. Let's see the next one. Drop cap, and then you select in the margin. Can you see how it is? This is the way the two types of drop caps are there. Okay, children. And back. So here, drop cap, where the first character comes within a paragraph. Can you see here? I put a picture of it, and the next drop cap, you can see both of them here. The next one is within a margin and the other one is within a paragraph. Okay. Both things came the same. Twice it came. Okay. These are the two things, two types of drop caps. In the after that, we have an option called the symbols. Symbols are special characters, and the steps to insert a symbol is you click on the insert and then select insert tab and select the insert button, which is in the insert group. Then you'll find a list of most popularly or the recently used symbols, and then you select the symbol, whatever symbol you want, and click on insert. And there is an option called more symbols, which gives you availability of many more symbols. So the symbol dialog box opens. This is your symbol dialog box. So in the font box, select the font that you want by clicking on the button. Then you click on the symbol, whatever font you want. Here there are different types of special characters, symbol styles and character. Then click on the insert. There's an insert button, and then click on close. Let's do it and see how it works out. So let me see. Here I said go to the insert tab, and then here's your symbol option. Click on symbol. You get the latest used symbols that are being used. So let's say we'll use this TM. TM is trademark. I think you know. And when you want to use some more symbols, let's see more symbols option. When you click on this more symbols option, here symbol box opens. Let's see. Here, this is your more symbols option. You have numbers, letters. Then when you say special characters, you see these are the different explained with each character. What is register? Okay, you can get the shortcut keys and all this thing. So these are the symbols. So you want to press the character and say insert. See, P is inserting. Can you see? P is inserting. I want the symbol of greater than. Just click on that symbol and say insert. Now you know when you want to close the symbol option, just click the close button. Okay. After the symbols, the next option what we are going to learn is autocorrect. What is the use of the autocorrect? Autocorrect is nothing but it checks the spellings in MS Word. It checks spellings of your typed document. When we are typing, we have many spelling errors. So if you want to do the correction, you must run the spell check option. MS Word has a spell check feature which also does automatic corrections of misspelled words. So to use it automatically, as we are typing, even when we type wrong words, it automatically changes it into the correct spelling. And that option is called the autocorrect entry. It's called the autocorrect option. When you press this autocorrect option, as you're typing, automatically the words correct by itself. So some words here are given a TEH. Every time when we are typing, when we are typing very fast. Not that we don't know the spelling, but we type very fast. And basically the spelling is THE. You can see that the wrongly spelled words are underlined in red. See, received is spelled wrongly, or sometimes we get confused with the words. So it automatically changes to the correct spelling. What are the features of autocorrect? What does it do? There are some typing mistakes, some spelling errors which are being done automatically, being checked and changed. Then you have initial capitals. Now, if you take this capital letter of the first letter of days, Sunday, automatically, if I type small s also, it changes into a big S. When you come to the days of the week, Monday automatically changes the small m to the big M. So the first letters of days will automatically change. Also, when we are starting a new sentence, automatically the first word of the sentence changes into a capital letter. These are the features of the autocorrect. How do you add the autocorrect? Uh, to do the autocorrect list, how do you use it? Go to the File tab, select the Options menu, and then select Proofing, which is on the left. A box opens, a dialog box opens where you can select Proofing, and on the left, which is on the left-hand pane, and then on the right side, you have the autocorrect option. Just click on the autocorrect option. When you click on it, you have two options again, replace box and with box. So in the replace box, you write the spelling DROPED. It's actually DROPPED. This is wrong spelling. And in the with box, you write the correct spelling. Automatically, this corrected spelling is added. Click on the add option. It's automatically added in the autocorrect options. And then click on OK. Let's try this out. Here I am in a document which has so many spellings, so many spelling mistakes. Here see DROPED, DROPED. So surround, so many spellings, possible spelling. Let's take dropped. I hope I've not used it. Go to the file option. Here you have options. Click on the options. A dialog box opens. Yeah, the option dialog box, the spelling check or word option dialog box opens. In this, select the proofing. After selecting proofing, select the autocorrect. When you select the autocorrect, see another autocorrect English box opens. Here I'm going to type the wrongly spelled word D-R, it's on caps lock, I'll remove the caps lock, D-R-O-P-E-D. See, I'm going to add that this is the replace and this side is with. In this, I'm going to write the correct spelling, D-R-O-P-P-E-D. So whenever I make a mistake, automatically it's changed. These things becomes like a dictionary it is formed. You just add this word, automatically the word drop is there. I'll click on OK, let it be there in this, and then I'll close this thing too. So the word dropped is automatically added there. So as I type the word, when I type it wrong, you see the word is automatically corrected because it's gone into the dictionary of autocorrect. Now I don't want this word in the dictionary. There is an option where you can remove some words when we are not using them. So same way, go to the file, select options, go to proofing, go to autocorrect, and here you, once you type D-R, you'll get the word here. See, D-R-O-P-E-D. You can select this word. I don't want it in the list. You can just select the option called delete. The word dropped gets deleted from the option. See, scroll up, I don't get that word. So such words are, added to our replaced dictionary. Understood, children? This is the use of autocorrect. So there is another feature. You can see all these underlined words are wrongly spelled. So right click on this. When you right click, you will get the spelling. See, beautify. See, this is the correct spelling. You can click on it and then it changes. Beginning, right click, the spellings are there and you can select the spelling. So this is how you change the spelling in autocorrect. Is it clear? I hope you understood autocorrect. So here, there, I've used the word drop and I showed you how to add. And in the next option, here I put the pictures of this autocorrect. See, there are so many spellings. Click on the file menu. See, I clicked on the file menu. Then in this, I selected options. When I selected option, this word option box open. I selected proofing. In this proofing, I selected autocorrect. Then you got another box called the autocorrect box where you can replace the words and add them to your type of dictionary and click OK. And here the next thing shows how you can delete your options from the replace mode. You can delete them. You can click on the replace and change the entry of list also by just deleting the option that you don't require. Okay, children, that's all for now. Hope you understood about how to put your watermarks, how to put headers and footers, how to insert the date and time, your page numbers, and how to put the those symbols, then how to select the borders, that is how to select a paragraph and all, and how to make the drop caps, the two type of drop caps, and how to check the spellings. I hope you understood all these things. In next class, we'll be doing a lot of more practicals. For now, thank you. Have a nice day.